What's up, Vegas Trash? We are here in Trials Rising. The game is out finally. Can you believe it? I tell you what, this game actually didn't have any hype. Otherwise, I'd say believe the hype. The only hype that was me talking about it, probably. Right? With the beta and whatnot. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I'll go into the different parts of the game. All right. And if you have any questions on it or, whatever your opinions are, leave them below. Maybe get a conversation going about the game, what you'd like to see, maybe your experiences with it so far, and whatever the deal is, right? But let me just tell you what. I mean, I have my complaints about the game, okay? But the things that matter the most are there. And then some. I'm serious. I've never played a Trials game that was so great. I swear, I'm telling anybody who's ever played this game, ever, or somebody who wants to get into it, this is the best Trials game they have ever made. Hands down. It's not even a comparison, actually. It actually blows away anything they've made, I think. That's my opinion. Now, I'm not trying to oversell something. All right? And I'm going to tell you why, though. The biggest difference, I believe, in this game is a lot of the community was involved in making it, literally. And the game has such a talented community, they basically stole people out of the community. Right? I'll call them up, hey, why don't you come on over and work for us? Make the best game ever. Well, this is the best Trials ever. Easily. Easily. Now, if you're like some noob at IGN, I don't know, or something like that, you kind of play Trials, you don't know a lot about it, and you play it, you're like, yeah, I don't know, you don't know enough about it to know why this is so awesome. Now, I have my complaints too. Let me offset. All right, right out of the gate, the thing I didn't like about it up front was the progression system. The progression system was tedious, and it was so easy if you're an experienced Trials player, so I was not a fan. I just wanted to play the harder tracks and get on with it, right? Son of a bastard. And get on with it. And they slow the progression down, I think, for a few reasons. I'm not going to speculate, but whatever. I think they want people a little bit better at the game before they're going to do the hard tracks. It keeps people playing the game longer. It gives them more of a progression. And I'll tell you what, I hate to say it, because I was really animate about not liking the progression system. But as you go on, it gets better. That's all I could say. If you're an experienced Trials player, it gets better as it moves along, because the challenges get more difficult, right? So there's a challenge in it. Whereas, when you go around and do 18 flips on this track, it's kind of, okay. Right? And it's very easy to do, or whatever the deal is. It's just, there's no challenge in it. So it's boring. So anyway, as you move on in the game, the challenges get more difficult, and then they become a little more interesting. You have to have the gas pinned down on this one. This one's a no lean. You need to do X amount of flips and beat a time, whatever the deal is. And I hate to say it, but I'm actually enjoying the challenges now, and I can't even believe it, because I think it was the challenge aspect that was dull to me, and now they're more interesting, So anyway, the progression also probably could have been sped up if I took certain routes differently, whatever the deal is. Okay, but I'm going to tell you right now what makes this game so impressive to me. And I'm a harsh critic, man. I did like Fusion when it came out. I liked it. It was a new Trials, but this is nothing like that. This game sets such a high bar in all of what it did, and I'm going to go over right now. Right out of the gate, the best part of this game is the quality of the content. Right? The tracks feel more immersive, more organic. the physics objects are great. I mean, you have some smart people working there. Jesus. Who thinks this stuff up? And it's, you know, wanting this particular game for so long, and it's finally, and it's nailed, man. It's, you know, they're, you know, the one problem was, again, the progression, I thought. However, I kind of enjoy the contracts now. It's kind of funny to me. And I'm unlocking another thing too, and I can't believe it. As you go on, the progression moves along much faster. That's all I could say on the progression. But you need to get up to about level 60, and then it starts moving along. Okay? So I don't even have oh, okay, so you also need to filter it properly, right? Okay, so these are the new tracks. Just unlock these. So I've not unlocked the hard tracks. There's so much. Here we go. Here's another one. The quality, number one, right? The quality is through the roof in this game. Seriously, it's the tracks are the best Trials tracks I've ever seen in the game, easily, hands down. They play really well, you know, and there are a lot of easy tracks in the game, I guess. So your initial opinion is, it's kind of fluffed out, a lot of ramps and whatever. But keep in mind, there are so many. That is so distracting. The Rogue Eldna right there. Come on, bro. Okay, let's talk about the gear too, right? The gear editor is great. That's addictive, just like it's actually more addictive in a way because it's very easy to use and get into. Then I've not seen this track. This is killer. I love it. I mean, it just keeps going. Seriously, like, you know, I would have liked to have got to the hard tracks earlier because I think people would like the challenge. I don't think they would run from the challenge like I think. You know, that's usually why you nerf a game, whatever. Or try to give them more time on the easier stuff. I think the challenge is what makes the game. You know, so when I first played this game, that's what drew me in right away. If it were too easy, I might have just went, yeah, I'm good. Medium tracks, they weren't that hard. Yeah, it takes forever to unlock the other stuff. So now we're in Grand Central. I've not seen this track at all. Completely new to me. And it's pretty close, man. I'm from New York and, you know, Vegas now, but this is really good. Color scheme is great. The new objects are nice. The amount of content in the editor is crazy. Over 8,000 objects. And, again, though, I'm going to come back to the quality of the drive lines. The length of the tracks is good, too. That's what she said. Right? There's something like 110 tracks in this game. I don't know how they created all... There's so much content. There's so much. And then you could go into the gear editor or... What else do you have here? Let's go back to the main page. So you have the global multiplayer that's out and all, right? Let's do another track first, actually. Okay. Hollywood Hills. I've not tried this one here. And, okay. So the amount of content, 110 tracks, it's crazy, dude. And they're all really good. There are not filler tracks in here. They're not crappy tracks. They're all really good. And it's crazy. I can't... And, again, you stole the community. That's what you did. Took the best guys and you made a game. That's what you did. You know, I'd be proud of it, too. So, people creating the drive lines there know what they're doing. Physics objects are spot on. I can't believe how dialed the lines are. I don't run into anything stupid. Nothing. They're all really well done. Okay, so anyway, let's move on. So, never played this track. And there are a lot of ramps in it. You know, and I think people, the Trials community, they like a little more angular objects as opposed to all ramps and whatnot, right? Look at this. Chopper there. This is great. It's, you know, you need to give people credit. It's just, jeez. I know I've had my comments, like, probably on Fusion in the past. who knows what. But this game is really underrated. Extremely underrated. This game is a 9+, no problem. This is better than Evolution. Now, you know, that's why you can't take your reviews by people who don't know what they're talking about. It's like, if I play COD like 4 times in my life, I'm like, I didn't really like it. Yeah, I was getting shot a lot. Yeah, you're terrible at it, bro. Sit down. Just like Trials. And I guarantee you a lot of people run into that. And now that was one of the things that they had in the past where, you know, people were crying because it was too hard. That's what she said. Anyway. So I'm going to go into the menu right after this. But maybe not. Maybe I'll keep playing. And that's the nature of this game, too. It's very addictive. It's because the lines are so dialed and they're interesting. They have a lot of, you know, cool physics objects that you have to interact with, you know, and at the right speed. And it's such a vast, such a huge amount of content, and it's all so different. It's not generic, right? And then they have like a few night and day things, like, you know, like this is more of a night thing from an earlier track. Not play this, which is cool. It's just like a hard version of the track. That's fine. Different time of day works. All right. And then you have, you know, sponsors in this now. So it gives it you have Red Bull as a sponsor, which was kind of a, look at this. Look at that. I've never played the track before. It plays great. Oh, dude. You guys absolutely nailed this game. I mean, thank you. That's all I could say. This is a franchise that's like, I've been obsessed with for like a decade. And we finally have the game that everybody's wanted. I mean, this is, if you want a review, this is it. This is the review that matters the most. I'll tell you why, because I know a lot about the game. That's why. I'm not some freaking fanboy who's not going to call out some crap. And if it sucked, I probably wouldn't even make a review about it. But because I know it's that great of a game, I want people to check it out. See? And if you heard the music going in my headphones, you'd really be laughing right now with me talking about that. But when I get enthused about something, I want to create content, almost promoting it away, just because so many games are overlooked now that are really creative games. And it's usually the smaller studios that make the better games because they need to. They can't rely on a huge, massive budget for their graphics in the game and whatever. It needs to be a great idea. And that's why Red Lynx is the company they are, because they create unique games that are addictive. Anyway, enough fluffing. So I need another 6 levels to get unlocked this here. I'm listening to Carol Bonamp. I think that's how you pronounce the name. But anyway, Wild Heart of the Young. Do you know that song? It's pretty funny. It's from the Wonder Years, right? And I don't know, just the music is very funny. Me talking about Red Lynx, whatever. It's just kind of funny to me. So we're going to do one more track here. Go through some more hards. And really, the hard tracks, the game gets so much better as it goes on. The progression is faster. The tracks are better. There's some nice dark tracks lit really well. All right, let's go. This is killer. And again, the graphics too are noticeably better in Fusion, for sure. It wasn't just a port. They redid the engine. They reskinned the objects. And that was also, I feel like, undersold. There's a lot of content. When you see the older content, the older objects, and you're like, oh, it's the same thing. No, definitely not. Definitely not. They just use those assets, reskinned them, changed the shading perhaps. Much higher resolution, okay? And it looks like it looks like a new game. It does not look like anything like, I don't think. I think it's a much more polished looking game, hands down. So that's another one. Here you go. Another interesting thing there. Dude, the creativity is insane. And if you've ever made a trials track, let me tell you, it's I don't want to say it's not easy. It is. It takes a bit of time, and they just took all of these really creative people and put them together, and bang, you have the best trials game ever made. That's it. It's easy. This is not even a, I don't know, think about it. You should get this game right now. It's the best game, trials game ever made. The most content, the best quality content, and a great price point. Come on. Anyway, I'm gonna go out to the menu one time here and just go over a couple quick things, and that's it. So, you know, the store is very good. You could create your own content. You can upload certain rims, bike parts, clothing objects. Okay, yeah, the expansion store here, expansion thing here. Okay, I'm not going to go into that. But anyway, that's going to be 55 tracks for another $15. Killer. Okay, you know, a lot of cool stats here too. Okay. A lot of cool stats. So right now, what do I have? I have 21 hours played. Jesus Christ. Okay. So the multiplayer is still being worked on, I'm sure. Filled out, although that's there. They don't have the, you know, this first season didn't start yet. The track editor is great. It's the same as we've always known. And, you know, 8,000 objects to start. You could skin things in it. Oh, man. You have gear crates. Oh, no. Boo-hoo. Okay, whatever. Party mode. That's local mode. Okay. Private multiplayer coming soon. And that's it. That's my review. So, you know, put your thoughts below. Things you want to see in the game. And I tell you what, Red Lynx is a smart company. They're a company that listens to their fans. And they even hire them. So, yeah. If you have some comments, leave them below. I'm interested in your thoughts. That's about it. Vegas Trash done.